All right, so what I want to talk about is Alex Jones and Sandy Hook um, and Palantir, actually. I think there are some correlations, and I'm just trying to connect the dots. I'm really not understanding what's going on, and so I'm trying to just talk it out and trying to just kind of maybe kind of get an idea of what's going on because as of now, I have no idea what's going on with anything. But I think if we can maybe just break down bits and pieces of life that's going on right now, just a little bit at a time, maybe we'll figure out what the heck's going on, and then maybe we can figure out where we're going. Um, so the thing I want to bring up is Alex Jones and the Sandy Hook case. Initially, the Sandy Hook families were going after Alex Jones for $3.3 trillion. Now, to be clear, when I initially heard of the lawsuit for $3.3 trillion, I didn't even know what $3 trillion was, um, and so I had to actually write it down on paper to really understand. Um, $1 trillion is 1,000 billion dollars. $1 billion is 1,000 million dollars. Um, so we're dealing with huge numbers, huge sums of money that are just really unfathomable. Um, with the Sandy Hook case, um, it did go from at first they were going trying to assume for 3.3 trillion, then they lowered it down to 2.3 trillion. Again, and this is a defamation case. So basically, they're saying that Alex Jones hurt their reputation, and due to his hurting their reputation, it cost them 3.3 trillion, 2.3 trillion, one. And now then it went down to like just under a trillion. Um, so they're saying that they, in a sense, they lost due to their reputations being hurt. Um, they thought it was the right thing to do to claim defamation and get a huge sum of money out of them. Now, last I checked, they have they won the lawsuit and they lowered the amount that Alex Jones owes them now from again it went from 3.3 trillion to 2.3 trillion to I think it was 900. It was like something like 930 billion. And then now finally they've decided to just only sue him for $1.4 billion. So um, that's a lot of money. $1.4 billion. In order to make it not just a number, I like to. I think it's best to kind of turn the money into something solid. The best way for me to understand what $1 million is and it before it'd be like a house, $1 million house, but now it's $1 million house isn't that great. So now the way I kind of correlate money to dollars is into what it is by Bugattis. A Bugatti it's like a really fast, exotic car. And not that long ago, they were $1 billion. Now they're more than $1 billion. But it's safe to say a Bugatti, a Bugatti's a $1 billion car. Now I know the new ones are a bit more, but just think Bugatti and think $1 million. Okay. So Alex Jones, how many Bugattis does Alex Jones owe due to this Sandy Hook thing? That would be 1,400 Bugattis. 1,400 Bugattis. Um, did Alex Jones really ruin the reputation of these people to where he should owe them 1,400 Bugattis? I don't think so. I don't even know who these people are. In order for people to have their reputations hurt so bad that you owe them a massive amount of money, um, first of all, you would need to know who they are. And the other thing is they would need to make a lot of money. So this a good example would be, let's say Elon Musk just hit like $1 trillion in value the other day. If some crazy thing happened and someone ruined Elon Musk's reputation so much that it cost him $1 trillion, somehow it cost him $1 trillion. Now that person can kind of justifiably owe him $1 trillion. But these families, we don't we don't we don't know who they are. And again, $1.4 billion is is still a crazy amount of money. So I mean, Alex Jones lost everything for the Sandy Hook settlement. I mean, he went bankrupt. He lost Infowars. Um, it's just a bad deal. Now, the person that I do want to pivot to is his name is Alex Karp. Alex Karp is the guy that runs Palantir. Right now, the military is utilizing Palantir to find terrorists and find out where to send missiles to blow stuff up. So let's say Palantir's Palantir has like a it's like an artificial intelligence system that figures out where the bad guys are basically, and so the military knows what to blow up with the missiles. Um, so Alex runs Palantir, basically an AI company that figures out what what where to send the missiles as far as blowing stuff up. Um, the other day, Palantir made a big mistake. Alex Karp's company made a big mistake. They they blew up an elementary school that was in session. Over 100 schoolgirls died. I think the total loss, if you factor in the girls, the teachers, the principal, all that stuff, you're looking at somewhere around 160 people dead. Now, Palantir's excuse was um, that their system had determined that that was a terrorist place that should be blown up because terrorists had held meetings there a couple, years ago. It seems kind of like a lousy excuse, um, but that was the excuse. Um, so when I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth a little bit. Alex Jones, um, Alex Jones and Sandy Hook. With Alex Jones and Sandy Hook, we're looking at 20 deaths as far as students go. Um, Alex Jones had nothing to do with the murder of those kids. I think it's maybe around 30 total people dead. Again, Alex Jones had nothing to do with those people being dead, being murdered. He had some questions, and the families of Sandy Hook did not like that Alex Jones had questions, so they sued him for $1.4 billion. Palantir made a big mistake. Their AI system killed a bunch of people, clearly innocent people. What I want to know is, can it? Why can they not be sued? Why can Alex Jones be sued by Sandy Hook, but Palantir and Alex Karp can't be sued for this school bombing in Iran? I understand that it's maybe a big oopsie for Palantir, but aren't they liable for those damages? I mean, they made a big mistake, and a lot of people died. And can they be sued? And I mean, why wouldn't they be sued? Companies make mistakes all the time, and companies get sued for a good amount of money. Pharmaceutical companies, get sued because their products kill people. Palantir's product killed a killed a bunch of innocent people. So I don't understand why they're not being sued, and why it's not even a question. Okay, so why are people okay with Alex Jones getting sued, and he didn't hurt anyone? He didn't kill anyone. And Palantir is basically responsible for killing a bunch of people, a bunch of innocent people, clearly innocent people. And they just kind of shrug their shoulders and say, "Oopsie, made a mistake. On to let us get on with our business." Now, is there anything in place to make sure that this won't happen again? If they do make a mistake like this again, will they get sued? Will they get put out of business? Will the government say, you know what, you blow it up? Let's say they blow up four more elementary schools that are in session, kill five, 600, 700 people, and Palantir just goes, oopsie, made a mistake. AI, it's not perfect. At this point, does the government say, okay, we've had enough. We're not going to utilize your services anymore? And but the other thing that makes this, to me, the thing that makes the Palantir a little bit dangerous is Palantir has information on all of us, or for the most part. Um, I'm pretty sure, I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that Palantir is tied in with DARPA, which is tied in with social media and everything, all electronic communications. That's the main thing that DARPA does. Is it monitors communications. It it uh, it computes algorithms. It figures out how to get people fired up. It figures out how to get people to just simmer down with these algorithms. Basically, it's a really high tech advanced way to manipulate people's emotions, and it's a really covert way to get people to take action, whether the actions are good or bad. Um, it, 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 it has the capabilities to um, have make people take action. Um, and so if if the people, let's just say, if the people in government say, okay, we're done with you, Palantir, which is tied in with DARPA, can can that system um, turn turn against the people that are trying to shut it down? What if there are senators? What if there are congressmen or whatever that are against it? And what if Palantir says, you know what? I'm going to make your life a living hell. And so it turns the system against those guys and puts the heat on them until they say, okay, you know, um, I can't take this heat anymore. Please turn this DARPA Palantir system away from me because it's just too painful. It has my family members turning on me. It has my coworkers turning on me. It has everything is turning against me because your system knows how to do that, and it is doing it. So okay, I will not try to defund you or shut your program down because I don't want my life to be destroyed